All right, let's put a couple rounds through it. Going to go ahead and lock the bolt open. And when you insert a magazine in the EM-2, it will automatically drop the bolt and slightly malfunction. Give it some credit. This rifle's very old and tired. All right, we actually had a deformed round in there, so we're going to try this a second time. Put the mag in. This time, we're going to put the mag in and just charge the rifle normally. Perfect. This is fantastic to shoot. Recoil on this is definitely a heavier cartridge than a 5.56 or like a 4.85. But this is a nice straight line recoil. Goes right into your shoulder, doesn't climb. It's really nice. What I'm curious here is whether I can fire 2-round controlled bursts and if I can keep them all on the target. Let's find out. That would be a no. All right, I had one little failure to feed there, which dented the case. We've decided, given the age of the rifle, we are not going to fire that round. So I have 3 rounds here. Let's see what a 3-round burst looks like. There we go. That fired so fast it felt like 1. All right. My second cartridge is not quite coming up into the firing position. See if that does it. Remember, guys, this rifle is what this would have been made in 51 probably, which would make it 65 years old now, and has been fired extensively by the school here at Shrivenham. So there we go. Give it a little help. Got 2 rounds. Let's try a 2-round burst. All right, so that moved a lot more than on something like a 5.56. I also had the chance to, I've had the chance to shoot one of the XL64s, which is in the 4.85 British cartridge. This moved a lot more in full auto than that thing did. 2-round bursts with that. I was actually able to keep both rounds on like a 12-inch target at 25 or 30 yards. This, I had 1 round on target and 1 round up to the right. While that 280 cartridge is, I think, a nice, it seems to be, as far as I can tell, a really nice compromise rifle cartridge. It's not so much a machine gun cartridge from the shoulder. If I had one of these, if I were dictating its usage, for what that's worth, I would say stick to semi-auto. In the lighter stuff, the 5.56 and the 4.85 and 5.45 Russian, full auto can be done a lot more controllably. This one, I think, is just a little bit over the threshold for effective full auto fire from the shoulder. But I tell you what, in semi-auto, it is fantastic. You know, most of the time when we look at guns on forgotten weapons, if they're rifles like this that were potential military service rifles that never made it basically past initial testing, there's usually a very good reason. There's usually some horrible problem with the gun that makes it really obvious why they weren't adopted. The EM-2 is actually kind of a different story. The overreaching, the predominant reason that this was never actually put into production and adopted, although it was briefly adopted, but the reason was
it fails more than the M1918 Shao shot.
just chugs along at about 450 rounds per minute. With this. Well, that's all of my ammo for today.